Hi guys, welcome to your channel. This is Stasi Revolution 1111. I welcome. I thought of posting some few more videos. Yesterday, I just took it in some the seven basically a 7-part series of Truth Be Told kind of thing. So that I believe there are some information which. It's quite a lot of videos, so I think people have to see a lot, but it's good one though. I put a video, 7th video, which was uploaded today only actually, so I think you should see that once at least, and maybe that will trigger you some more interest to watch the previous parts as well. So just have a look at it, and yeah, I think today's topic I wanted to discuss was a little bit on a little bit about kind of what was the effect on the magic and the type of magic, and what was the effect on me as such, as far as I could recollect. Okay, because I didn't really realize that. I mean, I would, to tell honestly, I didn't expect I'll be part of any. People will put a magic on me. Okay, so that is the basic. I was not thinking who, because I was not very well in the sense, very well known in the sense, we know guys, pretty much whomever met was like guys, and I thought like that year I never expected anybody to be this, like doing this spell work or these kind of things. I never knew in my life. I've never done anything like that. Only since I had to say started the spiritual awakening, I kind of like materials when we came across or something. When we do tarot card, you come across like you can do candle magic like that. But then I was like, okay, I didn't take it seriously, saying that could be something that people would be doing it so much or anything. I had no idea. But then slowly later on, I kind of started understanding that about people doing like dark magic, black magic, and all things. But again, again, I didn't expect that could come anywhere close to me, because in our family we were affected by these kind of black magic and things like that. But it was not really proved. In the sense, we couldn't really say that it was because of that or not, and so nobody really paid attention that to check on whether anybody has done like that or not. And then so it was never mentioned as a key thing. Okay, so now for me to none. So as such, so for the when I first initial days, I still see. For example, as I said, right, like. So if I kind of correlate now, because when it was done, I had no idea. Okay, when it was done, I was not sure what was done, anything. But then you need to see. This is the trickiest things are that happen is like when you're the one whom you trust, right? They do use it against you, right? That is the worst part, because you think of them as like you trust them and leave them inside the house, right? Like yeah, then you think if someone can do that to you, in the sense like if the closest of your friend, one whom you think like okay, we are in relationship and things, then they come to do this in the sense like that is the last thing you would expect, right? Like that too magic. I don't know how it works out, but because you're so okay, fine, we're you're trustworthy in terms of whatever. But little did so they kind of, what I understand is they collect whatever different items of yours, like basically based on what their recipe cookbook recipes. Like they say, so either it could be a hair, it could be like a nail, or anything. Even they use blood and all your other things, all fluids and this and that. Okay, so and yeah, it was quite a the initial phases of it was, as I said, it was more, I think it was more of, I could sense that spell of domination, spell of love magic, because initially, as I said, I didn't know that was under a spell, but later on, now if I look back and then correlate what happened between those two and how I was stricken. So what happens is like you are pretty much like under that control of a person, right? So you'll be under a control, and love is because you constantly keep thinking about that person. So that was what happening. I couldn't. It was non-stop, and you always feel that you're the one who has done mistake kind of. Okay, so it just always enters up, never mind, whatever. So your mind is already kind of changed. So and so that is the key thing for love magic. I mean, sorry, what is that? Love spells and all. Okay, love and what is that? Domination. When it comes to, I think it was sex magic. I think sex magic is what they put for like having, like you have to be attractive, and I think that means I may not be the right. I may not describe everything correctly because from my basic understanding, I've not gone to any description or anything. I'm just saying from what I've learned and what kind of I can correlate with that. So sex magic, it's like more for like to be attractive and to do anything you want, like everything you get that whatever you want to be to the other person, like they're most attractive and good performance or whatever. So you get that kind of thing, and you'll be anywhere you go, you'll be the attractive one. Okay, you can be in any group anywhere, you will be the most attractive and the most one, everybody impressed by you. Like it's like that, the sexual attraction will be so much that people will go like mesmerized by your thing. That is one of the I mean, that is the main thing actually. So now you get the attention. So I saw this happening because my ex used to use it on him. Okay, so then it means like he was going wherever you go, people always go. They will be, if you look at they will be like I wish I could really tell that. But I was saying, I was not sure why is it that. I mean, sometimes you feel right, like okay, why specifically they're looking? Yeah, it looks good and all. I'm not saying it doesn't look good, but there's something different. And I when you were boyfriend or anything, and you felt like little odd, why people like staring so much in front of another. Like it just feels little odd, but then that time how do you know? We thought okay, naturally they are attracted like this. Okay, then immediately you are made to feel like, oh, I'm not that attractive. People don't look at me like, automatically you yourself does. So how this is all the manipulation technique, right? Like how easily this is indirectly posting a message to saying I'm better than you. Everybody looks at me. These are the ways which the other person can bring you down. Unknowing. It looks like as if you did nothing. Everybody looked at him and things. But the underlying thing is there is a magic, right? You're naturally not coming and standing there. And what happened, right? So at that time, so everything, the energy is what matters. I didn't know energy only energy matters or not, okay? So energy means like the body, what energy you emanate is what shows you whether you're attractive or not. So, but a person who could be like not even having any energy, not able to produce energy, ends up becoming like the most attractive. Okay, how? That is the effect of these magics. Okay, so for them to survive, they need this. For them, they are run by entities. Okay, so I understood that they can't really work with. See, God will not give you like you can't reach God saying, I'll be all having all these problems, negativity, everything. Give me energy and just keep on doing the same thing. You need to work a little more harder and things like that. So that's why they just leave that, as far as I understand. So that's why they expect it. I think they slowly tend to do, and then the glamour thing was, as far as I know, it's just like one thing I've seen is that, for example, your hair shade color you can change, but this is kind of an illusion they create. It's like an illusion, right? See, illusion is like that comes into your mind and thinks that it makes you change. This is the beauty of it. It's like, wow, it's quite mind blowing, but I just can't make sense. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, wait. It's like it can come into your thing. Like, see, when you call in a kind of entity, I think if I understand, it kind of changes your perspective of how you look at that person. Okay, rather than, for example, I will suddenly, if I look at say if I'm looking at my ex, suddenly his hair is changed from say black to brown, for example. So doesn't mean that, I think it doesn't mean in his thing it changes, rather than what we look at the person, that is like that is what it creates an illusion, saying, oh, this is a different color, okay. So that is how it's quite magical. Then you, so we don't know, no, until the secret is maintained, it'll all look, oh my god. And even they can take different personas, they can just take your same, my he's taken several times my own thing, it's in personality, like, you know, they can take completely like my personality, and I want to be like that, like, I don't know why. I don't know. See, I'm just telling you, but there were like few instant quoted, he or his boyfriend. I don't know. Like they were like that, it seems. So I don't know for what and all. And so glamour magic basically does help in that ways. And then that next is binding magic is one more thing that will bind you. Okay. It's like a bind that they put to, like they'll tie you up with each other so that you don't go anywhere. You are always stuck with that person, kind of a thing. Okay. So that is one more craziness, but this all is important because I just want you to know, like, that all how it happens is like, see, other things, you, when you see a person, you might, that is an illusion created, and maybe, I don't know, I haven't really realized how it looks like. So see, I was under illusion for a long time actually. To tell the fact, they really they played me to like anything. Really, I'm not, I just couldn't believe what all illusions they create, man. They have done PhD, I think so. My accent is whatever they have are born with that quality. Afterwards, wow. They don't want me to tell all this. So next, yeah. So I said, so where binding magic happens, it's like generally it's like someone tying you. It'll be a tie up, okay. It'll be like you just feel like something tying around, unless you feel that you're that a little high vibration, and then you feel these entities, no, they'll kind of go right round and round, tie and tie. So they bind you together because they don't want you to kind of go away somewhere, like, okay, those kind of things and all that. And you will be like always there for them. They know where to go and how to handle you, how to take energy from you. So you are always around to ensure that nothing happens. Okay, so and as we say right now, also the magic is happening. They're doing magic on me. Okay, that is the beauty. I took the video right now. So so because right now they don't see what is happening is they see they're trying to create portals below my that what to say. They're trying to create that energy harvesting portal again. You know, yeah, it's all gone. Actually, they think they're still some great, great magicians. Okay, and they're still trying to do it. But I'll come to that at the end of it. So apart from that, what else? Like what I had some. Okay. Domination spells and mental conflict. Yeah, so that is one more mental conflict spells. They can create conflict in a group. So what happens suddenly out of the blue, you feel like you'll start fighting, and you're like, I get mad, angry, and you think I was not the. They conjure an entity. You can even send an entity. For example, his boyfriend used to always make sure that he sends exactly if he spends one day with me, then he will immediately put a thing and send some conflict spell. The minute we'll end up fighting for no reason, okay. Then I didn't realize why we are just fighting for out of the blue somewhere, and then only I understood that he was readily waiting to send, okay, yeah. So if you're not strong enough, if you don't know that okay, this is not my energy, this is something else operating in me, then you can stop it, okay. Then you can say, you can slowly control it, because the mind, right? So either you let something else control, or you can say, no, I shouldn't be talking like this, something else, just keep quiet. And that is, but it's very difficult when you to control that bit. But as you grow, like, you get to know all that, okay. So that is one more way. So if you suddenly out of the blue start fighting thing, when you go to a place, when you see a particular partner, if you know another person is envious of your friendship or envious of something and he wants to break you up, so they send these conflict spells and all, they use it. So again, that is used for mostly for mental conflict. Like, you will also get there are so many spells to make you afraid, make you angry, or make you feel nervous, make you anxious, like all these things. They will try to see, work on your fears, work on your things. They'll do so many things. They send those entities, and the entities will come in your thing and to check what kind of fear you have. They'll try to amplify that energy and fear and see, make you more nervous, tense, because from out of the blue you feel like, why am I nervous and not. They don't want you to, if you're calm and quiet, if you're like, if you have proper meditation practice, this all helps. When you calm and control, no matter what they try and do in your brain, immediately you won't react and it won't impact your body. The major thing they want is, they want your whole body to be in an agitated state. So once you are not in your agitation, when you are always calm, that itself the effect will reduce. If you're not angry, if you're not mad, then what is the point, right? Like the first failure is that. But then to get the point only, I took a long time, because I was not sure, oh, something else is operating. I was thinking, oh, ooh, I used to get mad, and then afterwards we were wondering why did we fight and things. Then only afterwards, when I later on, when I got to know this is how spell works, then only know, oh, this is why we fighting. And I was trying to immediately break the spell. Okay, you have to, every spell has to be broken. Broken means you have to say but it also depends like how strong we are, how well we have maintained our energy and all. If the same magic, if I had done on them, that itself they would have been by now gone. This basic thing I'm saying. Okay, but we don't practice anything. We don't even think why we need to do that to another person is like the question. But for them, that is what they live for now. For them, they think doing that only they get attention. Doing that only they will be able to survive. Doing that only they can win that competition. It's like I always look at this as a gladiator movie. Okay, I just wish I could. Where the king, right? That brother, he would be the weak one. So, but he's the king. He's supposed to be the king, and then he'll come to fight the last scene. What they'll do is like they kind of like stabs him and then like packs him up and then he say come and fight with me, like that, right? They try to do this. Okay, they think, okay, we'll put this conflict thing or we'll do this and then we will see what happens in front of everyone. I'll win, like, but end of the day, the respect and everything comes to the person who's genuinely learning. Whether he wins or not, people will always, that is what that bit they don't understand, they don't get it. Why end result is what you've done truly, everything is, that is right. Like the positivity, if you put through positive energy, it comes through. If you put a negative energy, end of the day, it will come negative energy, right? That the basic concept is twisted in their brain. I don't know how. They have seen most of the time whether they put positive and they got negative. I don't know, or they have not even analyzed. We don't know. But then, in the short term, it looks like a very quick thing. For example, we might pray to God saying, oh, I need to look good. For example, I'm saying, maybe it takes a lot of effort to get to that position. Okay. So then you may think, but for them and all, immediately it's like an illusion created immediately 1 minute, and then it's like, wow, everybody's, wow, you look so attractive, you look so beautiful, like, it is just like it plays on others' mind that suddenly you're made to look good. So it's like actually it is an artificial way, right? And so what happens? One more thing is that they don't know the side effect of that. The side effect is like what happens when one thing is such kind of spell. So an entity comes, okay, they brought an entity into this world. That entity is going here and they've sent it towards, for example, if it was with me. So till I found out, like till it was there, it will be in my head, whatever, in my body, somewhere it will be there and keep on feeding on my energy and things like that. And the time when it slowly dies down, it just return back to them, okay? Or it can, till then it can go to another people body or anything. Maybe if anybody passes on to from one person to the other, there are entities. So what happens now? Now the impact of that is slowly, you don't know from how many people can get affected. It can be only me or it could be more, right? So that is another thing. And the area, so as I said, when they open the door means they call vortex or whatever, to the other realm, right? Like you're opening to underworld. So when you open such things, you don't know in the dark what comes out, okay? You don't know, one entity comes out, 1,000 will come at the same time. And also they come in, they are number one tricksters, right? Like they can say, oh, it was just one and then suddenly multiply into 1,000, something like that, and all they do. So When so many come, maybe you called only one entity, there are 1,000 other come into the world, so other 1,000 have to feed. Where they will go, they will go into all places possible in and around your neighborhood. Okay, so you don't know each entity what is their role. Each one has a different kind of function to it. As far as I understand, they have like kind of, it will go and do this one, it will go and manipulate the mind, it will go and create free. I hope so, like that kind of thing. So now if you're going to go and create a desire, conflict magic, conflict kind of thing in another person, so I think how many people they would have spoiled. So imagine the scale. This is what I'm saying. Why I'm talking, why I'm putting these videos out there is the what level we know we have impacted. Are you sure we know that I've only affected this group? Do you really know about that? And how many they could be somewhere on the edge of illness? Many people. For example, if they were surviving from COVID, these entities, some major entities can go and kill them also. This is the truth. Then people think, oh, he died in COVID. Think about all that. See, this is what you have to really look at the implications of it and the impact of such bringing that. And then this is one side of the impact. Okay, it can go for multiple people and it can just spread like a wildfire. Okay, so until someone starts noticing and telling, that's what I'm telling you right now itself, for people to be aware of things. Sometimes you might see my head is aching. Something is moving in my head. That could be it might mostly be an entity. Okay. And no, the next one is like pretty much, I don't know if they call it's part of the sex. See, they have like, for example, is it part of the glamour or is it part of the sex magic? I don't know. It's like this is done to make sure that no matter what you agree to having sex kind of thing. Okay, you can make the other person do what you want. How did I get it right? I can make another. If I am going to say put a magic on that kind on you, you will do anything what I ask you to do, no matter what happens. You just kind of forget that moment, and that is the most outrageous thing you can do, but you'll do. Okay, so now given this is also one more thing, and then. I don't know whether there is like then you have several different entities. That is called spirits, which they send for conflict. They send for blockages. They send for blocking your wealth, the prosperity, or anything that comes. If they know that they'll block it, they'll say you shouldn't get money support. You shouldn't get this help. You should be suffering. Each one they have their different spirits they send, and then the spirits to monitor you, 24 hours monitoring. As I said. So these are the ways. So when they come in, no, then only you know my money blockage. Several days I've struggled for money. I was wondering what was this, and then I had to break those curses. They curse you. You shouldn't have money, something like that. I think I don't know how they look at you and keep on cursing at your photo or something and keep on talking bad things about it. It's like that creates a spirit on itself. So that level powerful, and then they kind of create. They return. That's why they keep on doing it, so that for them that much anger is there in them, that because they have not processed any of they don't like what you're doing. Like if you're happy in things, they're not able to find the happiness in life. Why is the question. Why am I not happy? Why am I not doing this? Why is he happy like this? Then what they do is like we have to bring that person down somehow. You have to create confusion. I've seen such struggle. That's the way, If someone is happy, this is what the world is not yet matured enough to say that. Okay, he's happy. Why can't I be happy? What is that I can do? Is there? But rather than that, they immediately go. He's happy. I have to drag him down to my mud pool is what they will think. Say that's what still that misery love company is what still followed, and I think the time right now is to change. No more to give company to misery and all. If they want to be miserable, they can be that miserable. But we have to. Now it's time for everybody to show that what is paradise versus where you are. Okay, so it's the choice. So now what has happened? Like for example, those kind of spell work companies. Sometimes this I don't know. Initially there was like those kind of spirits means you can't even understand, because you're, you know, it just it's not really like an entity shape, but it's like more of a ghost, like I'm just telling you on what I've seen it, I kind of felt it, okay. So it's just like a white cloud or something like that kind of spirit, okay. So those spirits and all will come and just be in your head until you recognize and say, I mean, you have to tell some prayers, and which I've kind of learned from YouTube, and those prayers and all, when you start saying, and then you bind them and then send it out, then they leave. Otherwise, they'll be there in your thing, manipulating your mind or changing your mind. Sometimes they'll tell you to send kind of what to say, like send certain kind of spirits to come and make you spend on certain things, to make your money completely spend your money fully. And sometimes you feel like, I want to buy, and then you'll think, I'm making this, but you're tempted to buy so many things. Why? Means they would have, someone else is sending you. See, this is what the beauty is. So you think of, initially, sometimes I used to think, okay, I thought of buying this and ended up clicking on all the other things also. I spent so much, what happened? But sometimes you will always think, okay, maybe I was tempted to buy. That is also another spirit. So that kind of things and all they do. So there's unlimited resources for that kind of things. Each type of, I think each functions, each function they can enhance, like they can enhance or do anything, I think. So they can just suppress it, okay. And especially money flow, that energy to they block that entire thing. My money is completely, my money means they don't want me to have anything. That is what they want me suffering every single day. They want to see me dead. That is what their ultimate goal. I don't know what ultimate goal is that for, but that is the case. So what they do is, they don't see. What happened was, I was doing good, doing decently well. I'm not saying I was super rich or something. I was now above average and more than average, actually. So I was doing well and I had my own things. Then after a while, then I think people compare on others and things like that, and then they found out that I was going slowly spirituality and this and that, and then they found, like, okay, this is not something that interesting, and then since I quit the job, I was no more that worth, okay. So that was not an option for them. So they were all that's why they were all not concentrating on me. And little did they know I was doing something, because I took a leap of faith. It was leap of faith means I didn't know, like, what was going to come, I don't know. But I just, okay, let's go into the spiritual side. Journey. It calls me so much, I don't know, I cannot live. But that time they didn't pay attention. So later on, when things are slowly, so that's what the work what you put is what matters. Then you get, when you getting the reward, even before getting the reward itself, they start focusing on you. Oh, how's this? Everything is shortcut for them. Everything, no, hard work is never an option. Hard work, lying, cheating, stealing is kind of becomes a norm. So when you say that this is the norm in which I can work, then where will you go? Or like where do you? I mean, how do you deal with people like that then? If I say I can steal, I can. Stealing is not a problem. I can just tell lies. 24 hours I can tell lie. It doesn't matter. And then cheating. Oh yeah, who cares? I love thrill. It's a thrill in life. So if you put all the then for them, when you are like kind of being in the rule within this one, you want to be like this, you want love, light, this, that, this. They like first you initially look at you like on what crazy stuff. Then later on suddenly they realize, okay, something is coming up. Something is, for them it's like something is coming. But then we have put the hard work for that, right? Like because they have several victims like that before them. They would have had victims where they have been crying, and then they not to be seen in life, or not stood up to them, or still they're like being subservient to these people who would have abused them, because they are with their all magic and everything, But then suddenly to see someone standing up slowly for themselves, it makes them question what happened. Suddenly someone different. So that is where they slowly start saying, and then only they get the more interested, because the energy starts becoming different. Okay, they never get that kind of energy. So what happens now? There is a difference. So once that kind of slowly highlights, and I was casually telling everything, right? Like I used to say, I'm spiritually gifted. I'll be able to do this. First they didn't believe, then I started doing the thing, they kind of wow. So that comes slowly from what happens. They are young, right? So they, for them, they can't digest another person doing something different, being different, no. So how is it different? And then they don't think that they can start to become like that also. They immediately think, immediately compare, as if tomorrow we are going to die and today he did something I didn't do, which I have to now do. So by wow, I have to take all that and run away with it. You understood what I'm talking about? See the logic how it feels. I always tell them that why are you feeling envious? Why are you feeling jealous? Why are you so angry, mad at me? Why don't you think? See, there is a difference for me between 10 to 14 years. So why don't you? I've lost 14 years, but you can build up in that for 14 years of pain. No, I need what you have got now. That is the target. Then what you have to do? This is the logic you can't explain, because okay, you're saying A to B, you take so much time, it take more. I have to be there. Copy that B to here. They say means what is that? Like how do we even convince such kind of people? Do they logically think 1 minute? I have time. I can work. For them, everything they have to be the one. They have to be, as long as others are full and they get the accolades. I've achieved it. Oh yes, 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 yes. That superficial appreciation, superficial love, superficial things and all. No, that gives them entire happiness. Okay, so these are the things you need to analyze. See, I'm not that I'm great or anything. I'm just saying I was also in that phase. But I also came through that age only where I was also not confident. I was thinking when my seniors, I used to watch, oh, they're doing great, why can't I be like that? But I took it as a positive way, then I worked for it, right? I don't go and say I want it now. That is what the difference. Why? I just question why. These are basic things, right? As a kid, also you will know, right? I mean, I don't know if a small kid you will know. Okay, your elder brother is doing this or something. Then you know. Okay, one day you will become like this. Let's say, right? One day you will work like this. You'll become this. Basic things. And that itself, if you're confused, then what's the point in life? How will you even take further any other decisions? So I think so that was the case. I diverted like a little bit. So yeah, so those things and all comes into picture. Yeah, then the little so they kind of have this money match, money. See, there are so white witches are the magic witches of a proper thing, which you are calling for yourself, nothing for anybody else. Calling yourself means like something you want protection. I told you, those kind of things you can ask. The money magic, if you want some money, it's not like you're cheating someone and getting. It's like you are wanting money, universe will give you in terms of whatever ways. But this, if you're doing something to kind of create it's like actually not showing your true colors or something which is fake, and then you're trying to portray that as you, then that is an impact, right? And again, if you more and more you go into darker side of it, then it's fine. Okay, fine, there are stars also, you use these kind of spell work and all these things, so who knows about that. But I'm saying, okay, but if you keep up to that level and suddenly one day you see what happens, these entities and all have to come back, and they'll come back, and then I don't know how long they stay in your play, with you, and then go. So at that point of time, you have to keep on giving them energy. Then if you don't have energy, then it'll start feeding on you, feeding literally. They say I need my energy. If you say I'm not energy producing and the person who was there is gone, what can I do? Means they say I will eat your thing only. That is when their spell work breaks and they'll get like kind of rashes or whatever different ways happen. You can literally see sometimes things decaying from inside because the entities are eating from inside. So that is the bad. That's why you don't touch black magic. Do you need to do that? Then you think this is for the basic ones. Then there's the next level, higher level magic. Okay, so the next one is the spider web magic is called. It's like they want to kind of trap you in the web, like weaving a web. Like it's kind of quite intricate. Okay, it's like I don't know whether they do it some. I mean, I really later on only, and today only, you won't believe, Lord. I was put under, like, literally. It's like they use a, I don't know, dollar stick or what they use. I don't know that bit or not. Yes, today, after all 1.5 year, 1.5 years, I was releasing layers by layers. See, though I'm looking thin, right? I never expected that. Today I was suddenly realized another layer of black magic they had to remove because it was time to get out, and they're stripping and stripping and stripping. It's layered, so many layered up, like, they have literally suppressed everything of me. Okay, they want to keep me quiet. I'm thinking, oh, I've taken all the black magic. No, it was on, like, in my skin itself. That kind of layer, we can't just really, unless when the time comes, it's like they keep on binding you, making you thinking, making, like it's a weaving process. Something it seems, man. I don't know what and all they sit and do. They have this much of work to it. Time is there. This level. You think about, but they'll never touch spirituality. Okay, they will not know about God. They don't want to know about God. So that, I mean, like, you understood, right? So I guess you guys might understand. So yeah, spiderweb was like fighting. See what they do. I think they tie up the body. For me, sometimes it is very. They do it when you are like sleep. When we are sleeping, that's when they get free time. Just start doing. That's why when you wake up, you're like actually more and more you feel you're like slowly constricted, okay, but then that is not visible. It's so thin layer of things done, and uh, i I was like, then it is like trapping and it is weaving a web and all, it seems. So they connect to that, 4 5 people connect to that or something, okay. So I just don't have the full detail, but it's one of the complex magic. But and then it can have a very bad impact on the person. It's like very very. So this is some one of the things that why I am putting this video. Please don't ever indulge in all this. I've literally seen the, because I was protected by God. I had this entire, my thing was built to withstand all those things. If not, I'm telling you, by then that many of them have, if I am right, there are going to be cases where people have passed away. Though, but they wouldn't have been diagnosed because nobody talks about magic. Okay, so there could be people around here and there passed away, but they could be diagnosed of something, or so all of a sudden someone passed away. Then you go and check whether what is the reason. There could be this around here. You could have met those people. These are the things you always have to be watching out, because that, as I said, no, the entity comes. If, for example, if you have parents who are older parents who are not feeling well, then you'll go and kill them. That's all. So for you it looks like suddenly I mean, God forbid that shouldn't happen. But I'm just saying, see the scenario how it works. So for us, we think, okay, they're old age, if they would have stayed for longer also. But what came in between? This one. But that the entity, when it comes, it's like it takes out suck our energy. Means, oh, in that age we can't manage that level. So if you see, the root cause would have been because of the magic, and the person has to take the responsibility. But that would have been looked at as okay, natural. So now see where what kind of karma we are building. But in front of God, it is all put against their record. Now they'll wonder, why am I like this one? I just don't know. This is what, when you call in something, are you handling it and closing the doors correctly? If not, how many ever come? Those all yours only. Everything is your responsibility, isn't it? When you open the door and leave the door and come open, and then the thief comes, that comes, this comes, and no, vandalizes the entire thing. So you'll say, people will start looking, who kept the door open? This was supposed not to be open. Who opened? I opened, and then that means, like, then who has to take the responsibility? Think about it. So that's what I'm saying. Just watch out. That's what these things they don't think about. If never, again and again I'll say, don't indulge, never go back. Just for curiosity, see what it is. But there are people, if you're doing it, just don't do it. Oh God, I've seen I've seen handled. I never thought in my life I will fight so much of demons. See, when they talk about demonic entity means I was get scared when I was previously. Now I was, as I said, no, I were to literally fight a war with them. That is what the spiritual warfare was. Like actually, really, was there's a spiritual warfare going on. I didn't really know what is the spiritual. I'm just like this. Spiritual, where it is happening? Which phase is happening? I don't know where it is happening. I thought maybe if you're sleeping and then you're going to go into the spiritual, like like that. But where am I to find the spirit? Then on I realized that oh my god, that is like in your third eye you can just kind of focus and go into a different world. Actually, that then you can literally, so you can then have a war with them. Actually, you can literally see that in the spiritual world, spiritual realm. Okay, and then go fight with them also. So you, so that's why we are fighting, killing the demons and all other spiritual world. You can go and literally kill. I started doing that. No, it sounds so like sometimes I couldn't believe like I'm just like doing these actions and all. Okay, and I'm just knowing that I'm in this realm. Okay. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe this is working somehow, and like, what is it? How is this possible? And things. Then only I knew, okay, this was supposed to be like kind of the spiritual warfare, and I kind of had that inner thing. Okay, if not, so that automatically started working, and I was started like literally. How many I've just like literally slayed every demon possible. That's what I said. No, even now they're trying to conjure many things. They try to create illusions and delusions and all. Now, what you have to do is you have to ignore that. That is illusion. We are not going to give in to illusion. Okay, illusion is their illusion. We destroy such illusion. For example, now they would try to divert your mind, attention. Now they're thinking, oh, he's passing all this information. Oh, dad, he does all this. It's like for them, they can get. It's like insulting them. No? Now we are speaking the truth means it's like their own brain, which we are talking what they don't want to know. Oh, it makes them feel more and more upset, more and more guilty. But then the truth is truth, right? Someone has to make them like who. If you don't keep looking at it, what to do means we have someone will shove it in your face only. So yeah, never ever try that. And then there are like this basically the other things are the suicide magic, and then they were talking about the death, no, graveyard magic and blood magic. Like, and I say those things and all are there, which will. It's kind of disgusting. Okay, I can't even tell you. They use the like I don't say the things. Okay, basically. I can't. I feel very odd to even tell that. I hope you got the point of blood magic. They use that and mix in the food or anything. Okay, and they have your pee and things like. I'm just telling it so because this level things also go. And like they use all the excretory things also. That is the way they kind of use it for magic. Okay, so what they do, how it is given is they cook in your cooking and then they feed it. So you will never know if you're going to a people's place, you'll be fed like that, then you're done. And then it can be through water. They can touch water. The entity can be like in the water, and you drink again, you drink water, and finish. The entity goes in. You never know the entity is there. That's what the beauty of it. It's like a magician, right? Like they can touch. Just a touch is enough. The entity will go inside, and then you'll never know. You look clear water, drink, effect will start. Or they can touch and send it. They can. This is there. So everything is there. Every way possible. I'm just saying it. It takes all shapes, ways, and forms. So think about it. It can go and just hide in transparent. We don't know where it went also. That level. Kind of, and they have the ability to kind of camouflage and move back and forth quickly, very fast, and things like that. So many things, the abilities they have mind control techniques. They have so many things. Okay, so these were the things that you need to deal with, and when you have to. So that's why we have to have special practices and kind of proper. You should, in order to have some attack means you should start. Having what normally you will have this, I will have my salt bath. Salt bath is to clearing your energy. Then I'll have my chakra level clearing meditations. Then go to the nature and you have to sit. And then you'll have tired. You'll sleep. Sometimes you have to properly drink water to cleanse things, and then you have to eat food and properly. And then make sure that you're healthy. Healthy means like mentally you're okay. Things because it just can take you down like to one side. Then you have to recover and come. So the initial impact was too much for me. As my the aura ray, we say, like my the energy shield starts like as we meditate, and I got different types of meditation to like bolster, like and would say make it stronger. I was just we use different types of meditation to make it more strong, like building a wall, so that next time something hits, it goes back to them, or the impact is less, not just you bring the entire thing down. Okay, then you have to rebuild. Then that's how it is. So what happened? My aura like was built to kind of withstand some of the worst ever magic that they can do. It seems, because that is what they didn't expect, and I also didn't expect that. First of all, you expect means like I never knew black magic will be put, but I never knew this level of I would be the what to say. I told you that lab rat testing for everything. I never thought I would be like that, but then the gray that is what so graveyard magic, as I said, it's also a death. They call in that from the graveyard they take whatever the I think so it is the dust sometimes, or some parts or something it seems. So the sometimes the spirit which is there, that they end up recalling. So these are different things that they call. But we always banish. We have to be very very. See, if you are holy, if you are with God all the time and you surrender yourself, the impact will be little less and all. But if you are totally open out there, then it becomes like then anything come in, anything can go out. Okay, so you become an open vessel. So that's why these people all have become open vessel. Now what open vessel means, that is where they go into the worst ever, more and more different entity, different spirits take over them. Okay, and they don't know. They thinking, oh, I'm going to be this bad. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this activity. I'm going to be like a. I'll be like I just want to have like sex orgy. This I'm going to have say unprotected sex. This that is because the entity that goes and drives them mad. Okay, it will take you to the worst ever things to do, because it is all our entity, demons and all are against the godliness, right? So they want you to do all the evil things possible. That I'm judging, but I'm saying that's why you think, I'm good at this one. That's why once you're taken over by those kind of things, you start to becoming different person altogether. You're going in a different tangent, and once you give your thing, they will who takes over. You have to keep on giving up your one after the other. So that's why you have to safeguard yourself. When you sell your soul means, then that's all, you're an empty vessel. Okay, just keep coming, taking over. Anybody can take over and go. Like then that's why you can't look at that person. Oh, he was this person. No, maybe he gets a chance to live for some time, like in his own but they will come every something or other will come. I want now. I want to go into your body. Like you cannot say no, because you already opened your doors to them and you're open vessel for them. They'll come and they'll say, I want to go in and I want to take over this body to go and do something and come, like that kind of thing. Think about it. So you have to give in to them. Yeah. So it's like you think it's like a little sad, no, right? I don't know whether they consciously know that they kind of have to do like this, or whether they kind of, because God will not force you to do anything. Like if you say no means you say okay, but they are not like that. They'll come and take what they want and then only leave. And they can also lie also. They'll say, okay, I'll do this and go kind of so, but say but that was that time, now I can't, because it will also show the same thing, right? Devil is known for lies. No, devil is a liar, they say. So that's what it's all part and parcel. So who's running your brain? Who's your master? That is what it matters. So then only if a person is very bad, means something else is running him, is what I would rather say, like that. So if you see, when the same person is not influenced by those demons, not in that environment, he would be very nice person probably. haven't fully observed, but then he has still kept the thing open and things, and they can easily find him where he is, whatever. So they don't let that easily, him to be alone. So they always come, especially when there is an energy body of us, right? They will come feed on this ground, like that kind of a thing. So you think about it, like they used to literally feed on me, and then I next day delivered back to them. And I'm like thinking, what the hell is going on our body? I'm just like scared. So that's why each is sent, and each one does different things. So if someone is, for example, like, you can be an addict, you can be a drug addict, because that particular entity which you are running in your brain, that is running for drug addiction. The minute you know that, and kind of, you can also because I have that thing to, like, through I can transmute some of these, and also, as I said, I can kill some of the things. So once you destroy that kind of an entity, you will not be triggered anymore. Okay, and then it's like what, no, the entity will have a program. For example, a program will be deployed, and it'll say that keep constantly, it will start like, okay, keep running this program, and you will say, today I have this addiction, for example, eating food. So it's a different thing. So that entity has already deployed that program in your subconscious, and in your subconscious is running the background, so it keeps running. So but then it's like, the minute we find out, okay, there's an entity running here, because then that's why I'm feeling so like want to eat lot, and I don't feel comfortable, because there's a thing running, different program in your body. Okay, so these are different ways to understand spiritual level I'm talking about. So once you kind of clear out that entity and clear that program, and if you delete that programming, subconscious programming, say like that. But you have to also be careful. There could be another main control where there could be going to restart the same program, restart kind of thing. So we have to delete from the main one. So many things, intricate details are there. So we need to then be able. Then once you remove that entity, you won't have that craving, or you can at least see that you won't feel like that. But people, I don't know how many people have done, but for me also, when I kind of slayed that thing, I just felt there was no interest, so much keen on meeting people frequently or anything, because those were demons running. Okay, they just want like to have fun and sex and all these things. Those are demons which will make you a sex addict and all. So that can be like, it will take you to the next level. In that layer only, so many are there. Okay, so many different types are there, which comes and goes, and you don't know. Especially they say that I don't utter too many too many things, but it's like there are tempting spirits which will go and do and things, like many things, and the tricky ones, cunning ones, so they all have their own way plans. And then there are ones which are going to be a little crazy ones, which can do something different ways, like. And then these are different things, but each one is run by different entity or spirits you have for them running, can take away and run. So now you understand, no? So from a spiritual warfare, this kind of information is something which I kind of personally experienced. It's not that the way I've seen it, these can happen. No, everything happened to me. And what happened? So graveyard magic, I think that was put for. There was like, I don't know whether they put suicide magic or separate, graveyard magic different. I don't know. But then they had done one of them, and I think graveyard made me kind of. It is also a death ritual kind of, they say, but I don't know whether it's the same or not. But if it is, once I was like. Pretty bad. I didn't know that I was being given through water, drinking water. No, when they're supposed to be coming here and meeting us, then they immediately feed me through water, or they can give me through like food, what we are eating food. And then even when you're like having when an entity is in their body, when you're having a kind of interaction or settle, like body to body contact, like those things. So you can start in turn movement of things back and forth, whatever. Okay, so I didn't mean that way. I just said they can go to be transferred also. Okay, so the drinks and in the drink and all, it doesn't look any. I initially never knew. Afterwards, when I did it, that's when Suddenly I can sense there is one. Suddenly you feel how many times in my stomach there was like they used to feed this. Suddenly I drink the water and then you realize, oh God, what was there in that? Because you can clear it because I'm a Reiki master as well, so I do clearing afterwards. I felt bad, but I knew I was getting it. Then sometimes unknowingly just drink. Then you realize, oh man, it can go and get stuck here. So God, there's a spirit in your ear, and it does some. They kind of use that to anchor some of the what to say, like it is like it's a spirit to anchor people. I told you know the backside the names which I don't know. It's like what is it? What word they use? For example, it's like gateway, building a gateway, or it can be a portal. For example, in my body, they can create a portal so that they can use that to come through. Okay, so from their place, I don't know how they come in, but they can send the entities to come through this way. And as I said, they're building below my feet and all, no? So those some things are used to that, and some are used for monitoring, tracking where you're going, coming back, like what you're talking, what you're seeing, what you're doing, and some to influence your mind completely, and some to manipulate your mind, keep changing whatever you saw. It be not the reality, it may be a deception, like those kind of things. So that's why your mind is like under attack as we gradually grow in spiritual. Okay, so I was. Wow. Sometimes I didn't know what was real thing was sometimes, okay, because it was they showed